Okay, so I wanted to do a video on potions because I know a lot of people use potions interchangeably with other words, and it doesn't bother me because I want to always say it too. Like I always want to name an oil like something's potion, or like I use a name mix of potion because it sounds cool, and I like the word potion. Just the sound of it's kind of funky. Potion. And when you think about it, even growing up as a little, or even when you're a little kid, you're kind of like the idea of a potion. You kind of think about I'm gonna make a potion. I'm pretending to be a witch, and I'm making a potion in my cauldron, and we're gonna drink it, and or it's gonna turn you into a toad or something. But a potion is actually something that you drink, and I know some people will make things and they'll call it by the name potion, like my oils and stuff, or like other people make oils, or different types of other uses. Like some people make a salve or something, say something's potion because it sounds good, or they'll name it after a healer or something, or another witch in history or folklore. But it's actually something you drink, and it's not really a tea, so to speak, because the tea is more of like an infusion. Do you know what I'm saying? A potion is usually something that's used for love or for poisoning somebody. Well, I guess that shouldn't use that because poison is for poisoning somebody. I know when you make a love potion, it's called a philtre, and I probably spell or saying it wrong, but it's Philtre, and that it's not always used for love, but that's the most common thing. If you're making a potion, you're making it for love or to make someone sexually attracted to you in a sense. Or no, to make them sexually attracted to you. I keep saying like it's not going to do it, but this is what they're for. They're supposed to like force you to make for something to happen. That's why I know most pagans in my community will say that they're Wiccan. So Wicca, harm none, do without will, all these different rules and everything. You're not supposed to change the will of somebody else, right? But so making a potion, have somebody drink it, it's going to change their will, and it's going to force them to do your bidding, sort of thing. Make them fall in love with you, madly in love with you. Um, but I know, like in hoodoo and stuff, you can make something like "come to me, lover," or there's different things like "make that man mine," and I know that's another practices as well, or "make that woman mine," whatever. And you should be careful with them, obviously. But if you're working with them, you should really contemplate what you're doing. I don't totally say don't do it; it's bad. I don't really believe in black magic. I just know that if you do something, it's gonna affect you as well. So if you want to screw yourself over, go ahead. Um, yeah, and trial and error too. Do something, see how it affects you, see what it does to things around you. Teach yourself a lesson. I'm not saying it's gonna actually negatively affect you. It might really turn out for the better. It might be you're putting a spell on somebody that actually likes you in return and wanted to be with you, and you just gave them the push. You never know. So, if you watched my black, white, and gray video, or gray magic video, you know that I don't really see things that have lines. Everything changes everything. Even if you're healing somebody, you could be affecting the world in a different way. But back to potions. I know when you're doing a love potion, a lot of the times um, they'll use mandrake, they'll use dragon's blood. I've heard the different gums, gum arabic or whatever, and stuff like that. I don't really, when I think like the love incense and stuff, I always like immediately go for rose. You gotta remember that there's more to it than that. There's more different herbs you can make. So, and I never knew that dragon's blood is edible, and mandrake. I knew mandrake they sometimes used it in different salves and stuff, but yeah. So apparently all these are edible. I don't really care to try them myself, but go ahead and make yourself a philtre or a potion. So yeah, and I see the idea of potions in movies and stuff a lot. Like I created this potion, or also when I think of something like I think of like the apple in Snow White, or at least in Disney's version of Snow White. They dip the apple in a creation, and I see that as a potion because the apple is absorbing it, she's gonna eat it and take it into her body. So I guess that's even though I guess the root meaning of the word potion is I think it's Greek. Everything's Greek, isn't it? Everything's roots meanings comes from Greek somewhere. Um, and it means to drink or something. Look it up. Always do your research. Always watch my videos and then do some research afterwards, and then ask me questions, and I'll do some research and make another video. So it'll turn into this cycle. But yeah. So I know there's one woman on Etsy who actually makes drinkable potions. I'll have to find her link and put it on the end of this video. I've never actually taken or bought any of her stuff before, but her stuff looks interesting. And the potions, I'm not sure how she makes them, but if you do try them, please let me know. It'd be interesting to know what her what sort of things she's making. It's obviously not a tea because it would go bad in her little bottles. So maybe it's a syrup or an elixir of some sort. Yeah, and that concludes my short little video on what a potion is and kind of what it isn't. So thank you for watching.